right, Coach. So there's only a handful of events left in the regular season for the Lady Rail Splitter Bowling Club, and it starts this weekend when you head down to the University of Nebraska. And the last event that the team participated in was a couple of weeks ago, which was down at Valparaiso at the Crusader Classic. And if you would, kind of sum up how the team performed in that event, finishing in 7th place.
Well, I was really proud of our group. And any time that you have two players out of your roster, it requires players to step up and perform. So we got some great lane time for more players, and that's going to help us in the postseason. So can't be disappointed. I think we did very well. We were competitive in nearly every match, and it's taking us forward as a group now that we're going into full strength coming into the University of Nebraska. So I was very proud of our effort, and great that we had an opportunity for more people to participate and gain valuable experience, because we're going to need that down the stretch at the East Coast Conference Championship, when whoever matches up needs to be prepared to contribute. And I think even though we've had some setbacks, it's really setting us up well for the postseason.
And you talk about the team's been really consistent all season long, dating back to the fall, and that's due to, like what you just said, with all, not just, relying on just one or two individuals, playing as a team and really being consistent all year long.
Absolutely. Over the last 3 tournaments, we're 32-17. We've won a tournament, our first ever. We finished second back in November at the Hornets. So we're competitive, and it's very exciting to see what will happen over the next 3 tournaments, because we have the depth, we have the experience because they've had the opportunity, and we don't rely on people to be in the anchor position, for example. We rotate whoever has the best ball motion. We're getting better at putting people together that match up on what the lane's giving us, because people are expanding their skill set. So we're able to better have 5 strong players at a time. And this is something that has really transpired in this last 3 events. So looking forward, we're very excited that we can put players with their strengths, and that's going to lead to higher score and more consistent performance.
And it's going to be a tough field this weekend down in Nebraska. Obviously,
yes.
With the Cornhuskers being the #1 team in the nation, they won that event down in Valparaiso a couple of weeks ago.
And they're 36-0 over their last 3 events.
Yes, and Lincoln Memorial, very familiar with Nebraska this season long. You've faced off against them a few times and nearly knocked them off on a couple of occasions.
Yeah.
It's going to be a very tough field this weekend.
Yeah, we have Nebraska #1, McKendree #2, Arkansas State #3, Central Missouri, who is ranked 15th. We have Wisconsin Whitewater, who has really become a strong team especially into 2018. Maryville, who is 22nd. We're at 24. Valpo's at 25. Prairie View A&M, who has been in the top 25 several times in the past, and a newer team, Drury. So every match is going to be very competitive for both sides. So it'll be very interesting over the course. Always going to the #1 program in collegiate bowling history is exciting. It's something that we enjoy. Plus, it really gets us set. The lane environment is very similar to what we'll face in the East Coast Conference Championship. And our belief is we want to face the best teams as often as we can, because that gives us mental strength. And it shows that when we're bowling well, we can compete against anyone. So I'm very excited for this week. It's a long trip, but certainly getting us ready for late March. It's perfect on our schedule.
Yeah, and you talked about that schedule that the team's been having to get underway with all these tough fields, with all these tough teams, and especially with a young team.
Yes.
Like you said, improving their attitude and their morale and everything, because of having to go up against these nationally ranked opponents week in and week out.
It's been our philosophy since day one last year. It worked very well in our preparations moving up to the East Coast Conference Championship last year. We're not afraid to bowl anyone, and that poise, when we have a setback during a match, we can recover very quickly. On several occasions, we've been able to recover from a very poor game and get back on track. And this is going to help us when we get down in matches. We're able to recover and just fight. And those type of experiences that you gain over time makes a young team more like a veteran club when it comes down to crunch time. And I'm very proud of the strength, the mental strength of all of our women. And it gives you really a comfort level as a coach, knowing that we're just going to do the best that we can. We're going to fight. We're going to figure things out. And the players have trust in that process, which helps. They fight and bowl for one another. So it really is like a family. And that's a dangerous combination.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, this weekend, again, it kicks off on Friday down in Nebraska, going all the way through Sunday. So ultimately, if you can, what will be the goal as the coach for the Lady Rail Splitters? Like come Sunday night, where would you hope that the team stands in that tough field?
Well, on an exciting note, we can get to 50 wins this weekend, which would be fantastic. That would be a milestone in itself. I would love for us to get out of there with a 500 record. I think that means we've beaten some strong teams, and it would be nice. We've beaten Arkansas State this season already. We faced them once. We beat them once. If we can get into the middle of the pack or higher, that would be an outstanding performance, and that really is the goal. If we can get to the middle and have some strong matches on Sunday, I think we can be incredibly proud, and that's going to give us the strength of belief that will carry forward. We've got a huge event in Smyrna, Tennessee, which is the end of the season coming up, right before the East Coast Conference. So we want to have the consistency of performance continue forward. And even if we don't win matches, we want the performance overall for total pins to be high, so that regardless of where we finish, the performance quality has been high.